Hi and welcome to the channel. In today's video we're going to be having a little look at these silicone breast forms here because I believe they are a perfect solution to one of the more unique challenges you could be facing when it comes to selecting the right silicone breast form for you. Now, if you're new to the channel, my name is Sophie Summers and I've got over 25 years of experience of working with some of the world's leading breast form manufacturers. And it would be true to say that we've covered nearly every single aspect of breast forms on this particular channel, from which ones to select, what colour, what size, what shape is best for your frame, etc. But there is one rather unique challenge that I think we need to discuss in a lot more detail. So what I'm going to do is to break this down into various segments, starting to what I believe the challenge is, to the benefits of each of these particular breast forms and how they overcome that challenge. So let's get into it, shall we? So I'm going to start off by showing you what I would consider to be a typical silicone breast form. Now this one is an asymmetrical breast form, but what I would like to draw your attention to really is with this form is the back of the form, because it's fairly flat, as you can see here. Now that is very interesting when it comes to a particular challenge, and the challenge is that not everybody is completely flat chested. Now, why do I bring your attention to that? Well, that is the presumption that most breast form manufacturers make when it comes to you selecting a breast form. They say, take a tape measure, measure your flat chest, and then look up the desired cup size you require. Now, the challenge that you have there, and it particularly applies to myself, is that I have pectoral chest muscles, so I don't really know what my flat chest measurement really is. It could be my underbra measurement. It never seems to quite work, and I was always finding a problem that the breast forms themselves A, never set comfortably, and B, were oversized even when I looked at the charts and really measured very, very accurately. So the challenge is that if you are like me, you either have pectoral muscle, or you have moobs, or you're going through a transition yourself and are developing your own breast tissues. The simple fact lies is that we do not have a flat chest. And what does that really mean? Well, graphically what it really means is that you've got a bit of a lump on your chest, and this flat item, this is the silicone breast form, is trying to sit on that and it's going to rock accordingly, which means it can be a little bit uncomfortable and it really doesn't fill the bra correctly. So that is the challenge that a lot of people have. And how do we overcome that particular challenge? Well, let's see what these other breast forms actually have in common and how they could potentially solve your problem. Let me reintroduce the two breast forms that made a very brief appearance in the introduction. Now what I want to do in this particular section here is just to spend a little bit of time discussing what I consider to be the benefits of each of the two designs. I want to start off with the one that I'm more familiar with because it's the one I actually use myself, and this is a model number 250. Now this is called an equalizer silicone breast form. It was developed for mastectomies where ladies had partial mastectomies and they wanted to equalize out the mass around the chest area that was left after surgery. Now, what I like about this particular one is obviously it has a very deep back area here, very concave, and it sits nicely over my pectoral muscles that I have. Now if you have moobs or you have your own breast development, this is the critical part here, the bit that will actually sit over your existing tissue there and sit comfortably against your chest wall to give you a nice, I would say, close feeling, but also it fills the actual bra cups, should you be wearing one, superbly, and it gives a nice contact between your breast forms, your chest and the bras, which helps out. Now as you can see here, I've appear to have a reasonable chest or bust line, and the way that I've achieved this is that I always like to how would I say, achieve a C bust or C cup, because it balances my frame. Now with the experience I've had with these, is I actually select ones that's a B size, and the reason for that is it's slightly smaller across the base length here, and that means it sits quite nicely over my chest development, but it doesn't fully cover it. And the reason why I don't want to particularly fully cover it is that I want to use an enhancer bra to push in the mass that I've got and leave my chest, my natural chest tissue here visible, so it looks as though I have a cleavage. Now that's the way that I particularly use them. I find that these fill in the void that's left here by the bra, fits nicely and they're incredibly comfortable. So this also enhances or just gives me that little bit more volume. Now if you are somebody that has quite substantial chest development, maybe it be quite large moobs if you're a male, or you've got considerable hormonal growth because you are on transition through the hormones, you may just want to really fill out a bra or give you more of a fuller volume in the chest area, and this is where shell bras come in, or shell breast forms, I beg your pardon, come in extremely handy. Now this is a thinner, as you can see, it's a much deeper depth on the shell itself, which gives you the opportunity to have more volume to cover, and this will cover the entire area that you have. Now this is quite appealing to people that, as I say, have got quite large moobs themselves or quite large breast developments and just really want to complete the entire shape in the bra themselves. So looking at them two side by side, the enhancer ones will give you added volume, not quite as much depth as the shell volume here, but you can see in principle that both of these have the capability of going over your existing tissue there and forming a more realistic silhouette for you, and therefore filling the bras better. These, I believe, work much better than the traditional breast forms that have a flat back to them that just rock. So that's what I wanted to bring to your attention. It's a slightly unique challenge if you have your own breast development, but this, I think, is something you should consider going forward. So hopefully you've found that of interest and assistance. If you have, please give it a good old thumbs up. That really helps us out. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do so, because we are trying to push through to past 20,000 subscribers by the end of 2024. With your help, hopefully we can do that if you're not already subscribed. So finally, all that really remains for me to say is, as always, thank you very, very much for watching, staying to the end. Please stay safe, stay gorgeous, and until the next time, bye bye.